The Netherlands stands as a truly exceptional global destination for businesses and startups, presenting a notably competitive international environment. In fact, as per the 2022 World Competitiveness Ranking, it secured the 6th position worldwide. The country excels in terms of business efficiency and infrastructure, demonstrating remarkable performance in areas closely associated with business efficiency, such as the labour market and financial sector. Remarkably, it ranks among the world's top 10 nations renowned for their outstanding infrastructure, often drawing comparisons to South Korea. The extensive network of highways, contemporary airports, and bustling seaports could easily outshine those of most other countries across the globe. Interestingly, despite its relatively small size, this nation holds the distinction of being the world's second largest agricultural exporter, trailing only the United States. It possesses the capacity to sustain its 17 million inhabitants with food resources, even in the absence of international trade. In 2022, the Netherlands recorded an impressive export figure of 122.3 billion euros in agricultural goods. This growth can be attributed to both higher prices and increased volume. Remarkably, since 1995, Dutch crop and animal agricultural production has experienced a substantial 20% expansion, all while maintaining a relatively stable natural gas consumption and reducing fertilizer usage. The Netherlands' undeniable prominence in global food innovation is underscored by the fact that 15 of the top 20 largest agri-food companies, including Nestlé, Coca-Cola, Unilever, Cargill and Kraft Heinz, have established significant research and development centers within its borders. Despite their limited land resources and a predominantly rainy climate, the Dutch have truly mastered the art of efficiency. However, this characteristic extends beyond agriculture. The Netherlands boasts highly advanced industries. Much like Japan and South Korea, the nation grapples with resource scarcity. Consequently, it imports low-cost resources and exports high-quality, readily deployable products to international markets. In essence, it manufactures nearly all of its essential requirements. Within the region, prominent technological fields include quantum computing, artificial intelligence, technology startup innovation, and sustainable innovation. Esteemed tech giants such as IBM, Microsoft, Google, Oracle, Cisco, Philips, ASML, and the luxury sports car brand Spyker Cars have established their headquarters and centers of operation in the Netherlands. The nation's thriving financial sector, extensive network of tax agreements, competitive corporate income tax rate, and comprehensive participation exemption for capital gains and profits collectively position the Netherlands as one of the most globally receptive economies for these multinational corporations. All of these factors collectively established the Netherlands as a robust economy, securing its place as the 17th largest globally. The country's overall economic output achieved an impressive milestone in 2023, reaching a remarkable $1.013 trillion. Beyond the nation's economic prosperity, the Dutch populace ranks as the world's wealthiest, boasting a GDP per capita of $72,973. Nonetheless, this affluence can at times be misleading, with valid reasons supporting such a notion. Within the Netherlands, the escalating cost of living has left many individuals feeling financially strained, despite the nation's apparent affluence. In September 2022, the Dutch economy encountered the highest inflation rate when compared to its Western European counterparts, reaching a significant 14.5%. However, the Dutch CBS, Central Bureau for Statistics, admitted that their inflation models indicated an unrealistically high inflation rate, and recently they changed their inflation methodology to better reflect changes in energy prices. While presently exhibiting a declining trend, the core inflation rate persists at elevated levels. Frequently, people interchange the terms inflation and cost of living as if they were interchangeable, although they are intimately linked but distinct concepts. Inflation encompasses the broader economic perspective, signifying the overall increase in the prices of goods and services, which consequently diminishes the purchasing power of the currency. In contrast, the cost of living pertains specifically to the financial resources required to uphold a particular standard of living. This encompasses essential necessities such as housing, sustenance, healthcare, education, transportation, and other indispensable commodities and services. Therefore, the question arises, how does the mounting cost of living affect the Dutch economy? The answer is straightforward. As the cost of living rises, it exerts pressure on household budgets. Indications of this trend are already apparent, as retail sales growth has been negative following a peak of 13.5%. However, even more disconcerting signals emerge when we scrutinize measures of consumer confidence for the immediate future. This index gauges sentiments regarding the overall economy and individuals' personal financial situations, and it currently stands at its lowest point since the height of the 2008 financial crisis. In the broader context, Europe's economy has indeed made strides toward recovery in the aftermath of the global financial crisis, but it has not fully rebounded. Notably, the Dutch economy has exhibited the slowest growth among its European counterparts. One prominent factor contributing to this sluggish performance is the weakened state of consumer spending and household consumption. This decline in consumer confidence primarily stems from heightened concerns surrounding the steep surge in house prices. Since 2008, housing prices in the Netherlands have witnessed exponential growth. Presently, the average residential property commands an astounding €424,681 price tag, which is more than 10 times the median income of €40,000. Over the period from 2015 to 2021, average household disposable income increased by 25%, while housing costs soared by an alarming 63%, driven by low interest rates and a nationwide shortage of 390,000 dwellings. At the peak of the housing boom in the preceding year, real estate in key areas had appreciated by over 130% since the conclusion of 2013. Although there has been a 6% reduction in house prices and the Central Bank of the Netherlands anticipates further declines in the future, these adjustments do not suffice to rectify the recent dramatic price escalations. To address this issue, the government has set a target to construct 9,000 homes by 2030. However, challenges have emerged due to the elevated costs of raw materials, rising borrowing expenses, and environmental concerns related to nitrogen pollution from construction activities. The housing crisis is exceptionally grave and has deteriorated in recent times. Now let's explore the reasons behind the exorbitant housing prices. It's important to start by examining the demand side for the sake of simplicity. Over the past 3 decades, a consistent policy framework promoting home ownership as an ideal has prevailed, which has contributed to a persistent increase in demand for housing. Government incentives designed to benefit investors and Europe's most generous mortgage interest tax relief for individuals are effectively encouraging home purchases. Consequently, the Netherlands currently holds the highest household debt to GDP ratio in Europe. Shifting our focus to the supply side, the glaring root cause of this housing crisis is the insufficient rate of home construction over the past decade. In the year 2022, more than 74,000 newly constructed homes were completed, marking the highest number of new residential properties since 2012. Nevertheless, recent years have not witnessed adequate growth in this regard. The primary obstacle preventing the Netherlands from achieving its new home construction targets is what is commonly referred to as the stikstof crisis or nitrogen crisis. To simplify, each municipality is allocated a nitrogen budget. Builders are obligated to obtain nitrogen permits or, alternatively, reduce nitrogen emissions before embarking on the construction of infrastructure, houses, and roads. The economy is experiencing substantial setbacks due to these ideological policies, the effectiveness of which has never been definitively proven in the context of creating improved housing for those in need. The reality is that the Netherlands stands as the second largest contributor to nitrogen pollution within the Eurozone. In recent times, emissions of nitrogen compounds have emerged as a significant concern in this compact, densely populated nation, gradually evolving into the prevailing political focal point during a 4-year crisis. To combat nitrogen pollution, the government has initiated a plan aimed at reducing the number of pigs, cattle and chickens in the Netherlands by 30%. Furthermore, the government has committed to compensating Dutch farmers for the full value of any land, livestock or machinery they must withdraw from production, while also offering subsidies to facilitate their transition to ecological farming. Nevertheless, maintaining significant emissions reductions from heavy industry inevitably results in increased expenses. This course of action ultimately places strain on the economy and adversely affects consumers who are already grappling with the escalating cost of living. As a result, the future of the Dutch economy appears increasingly uncertain. That's it for today. And now we invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Do subscribe to the channel if you like our content. We will catch you in the next one. Bye.